So hopefully this will get saved to the Zoom meeting link. You can go in there and look at recordings from sessions. And if it doesn't, well, I will pull it down and put it up on YouTube so it actually works. Okay, so when you want to make an equation, this is actually problem 8 from the kinetics review, chapter 15 review. So we're going to go equals 1 divided by, and then you click on the cell or you type in the address of the cell, and this one's D9 because it's in column D in row 9. I hit enter, and that's the value you get, and then you can get all of them just by dragging like this. So this is 1 divided by T in Kelvin, like that. Then I want natural log of K. Now you don't have to type these column headers is what they're called, but I do it just because it helps me keep organized what my equation is going to have to be. So then I go equals, and that's natural log. If you want base 10 log, you use log, I believe, but I never use it, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to click on that guy because that's the cell I want the log of, and I hit enter like that. And then I'm going to go down, I'm going to drag this down, and it does all the calculations for me. Now these links are live, so let's say this was supposed to be 0.376, right? I'd go 0.376, and when I hit enter, it updates the calculation. Okay, so if you make a mistake, it's not a reason to delete everything. It's just you go ahead and you put your data together. If you find the mistake, you fix it, it recalculates it. It'll re-update everything, including your graph. So now I want to make a graph. Sorry, I'm going to go to insert, and it's called a chart. And we want scatter. The sciences uses scatter because scatter is independent X and Y variables, so you can use any values. Most of the Excel types are series, and what happens is it just evenly spaces them, even though the values have a different X spacing to them. So that's the kind of thing that you want to do there. Now, it doesn't always put the right titles and stuff in, but what you want to do next is you want to format your graph. So when you click on it, you have these designs, or actually you want to design it. You go to these quick layouts, and this is the one that you'll want to use. Okay. I always tell my students, if you only have one data series, the name of the chart should be enough, so you get rid of it over there. You'll notice it put the equation for the line there, and then it asks for axis titles, and that's the chart title. So this is actually ln(k) versus 1 over t, or you could type in Arrhenius plot. And then here you want to type in ln of k, and you'll notice, sorry. So my dog likes to bark a lot. So there's ln of k up here. I've typed it in, even though this is not doing anything here. And when I hit enter, it fixes it. I click here. I'm going to type in 1 divided by t, and you can put Kelvin if you want. Hit enter, and it'll fix it. It has some funny things about it, but I just wanted to show you this because it didn't type in all the data. So if I really wanted to say, oh, you know what? I really want to do the rest of it. It wasn't that hard, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 206, 200, and 195. You see what it just did? Automatically filled in that part. And then I'm going to do this. Those are supposed to be 0.295, 0.241, 0.217, like that. So now I have a problem because when I look at my graph, it's only that much of the data. So what you do is you just take this, you drag it down like that, and there's all the data on the chart. And then, you know, as you work with this kind of stuff and you get better with it, you can adjust the x-axis values. So if you right click on this, you can format the axis. You could choose a minimum and you could choose a maximum, and then, you know, you could change the major units like 0.001 like it's showing. You can change the labels to be where they're at. You could change the numbers to be in scientific notation, for that matter. So all kinds of things that you can do with these charts, okay? And if you don't like
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are going to be the units of ln of k? Is it the same as k?
Yeah, so like, let me show you that bit of math, because really you're calculating the slope, right? The units for ln of k are meaningless, actually. It's the natural log of the unit, right? That's what it is. And so it's kind of a weird thing to put, but let me show you why we sort of ignore it, because it sort of drops out automatically when you do your calculations. So let me sort of stop this recording